Hey everybody, it's Ed. I just want to show you what's going on with this really cool template pack that Voja has come out with. Really interested in this. I'm not a huge fan of templates. You all know that. I did purchase MDO and My Meeting Planner as demos to show you the capabilities of the Supernote. But for the most part, I use page level templates and I use individual notes and I use the calendar app. I use a lot of different things, but I don't use it the way someone would use a big, large planner. And I've really gotten used to the Supernote as kind of a collection of thoughts that I can then go back to. But I want to take a minute. There were a couple of things in Voja's video that I wanted to talk about, primarily because he doesn't live with this device. He doesn't use it every day. He doesn't use it all the time. And I'm glad that he doesn't, because he provides so much good information for people who are trying to make a decision about a device. One of the big reasons I ended up with a Supernote was watching Voja's videos. But I did want to make sure that you all knew there are two things in his video. One that wasn't accurate, probably because he just didn't know, and one that was both accurate and inaccurate. So let's take a look at that real quick. Right now, we are in a note. So if you are in a note, and to be fair to Voja, this isn't how he was installing the template. So if you're in a note and you want to change the template, when you go to do that, you go ahead and you press this template button. Now it's going to pop up and give you all of your options. To access these templates, you're going to go to customization. When you do that, you are going to press first of all, let's go back. When you first go in, you're going to see this, and that's a hot mess. There's all kinds of stuff everywhere. You don't know what's where. You're not sure how to find it. Yes, you can search it, but you have to know the name. So you have to make sure your naming conventions are right. There's the stars, so you can favorite it, which I do. But a nice feature from within the note is this little hyperlink here that says select from my style. And when I press that, it's going to take me into a folder structure of all things. And one of the things Voja said in his video was that that wasn't possible, that you could create the folder structure, but that you weren't able to engage with it. You weren't able to sort things out. And what you'll notice here is I have a lot of different folders for different things, including the My Deep Guide templates. So now when I go into that particular folder, I can see everything spelled out, full name, easy to see, and easy to pick what I want. That is really powerful and really cool. Now, to Voja's point, and I think this is something I'm going to need to follow up with Rada on. So let's say here, I want to go ahead and start a new note. Now, when I go to do that, what's going to happen, and we won't even title this one, we'll just show you. And I go to view all. When I go to view all, it's going to give me that same menu. So this is good. And it lets me pick by vertical or horizontal. That's great. It lets me go to customization. It gives me the search bar. But what's missing? What's missing is that My Style link. So it throws all of those templates into one big hodgepodge, one big mess. That is the way that most of us, quite frankly, do this. It's the way most of us engage with the system. And I think that Supernote kind of missed the mark on this. So it's really important for them to fix this UI problem. And I don't usually say that about Rada. And don't worry, this is going to be a feedback request to them to get this part of it right. All they need to do is shrink this search bar a little bit and put the pick from My Style. Once you do that, then it would take you to that menu, take you to that folder structure, and you could be good to go. So just something I wanted to show. I think it's really important. Value very much the work Voja does. Now, the other thing that Voja was just wrong on, and I think quite frankly, it was because he just doesn't use the platform enough. And I pointed this out to him, and he said he would take a look at it. But I wanted to show you all so that you knew out front why this was the way it was, because it's really important that you have the right information. It's very hard with these platforms anyway, keeping them straight, but we want to make sure that we're getting the best possible thing here. Okay, so now let's take a real quick look here at what Voja was talking about when it came to being able to install the template pack on your device. So the first thing that he said that wasn't quite true is the fact that you can't drop and drag between the app. Well, you can. So right from within the app here, I can grab this file and I can pull it over, and now you see That copy was successful. You also see that it immediately has started syncing my files over to my Supernote. So that will show up really soon over there. Another thing, and what Voja did was hook it up via USB cable, which you can definitely do. And you can have your file structure there. You can create new files and folders. You can also create new folders from within the app. But a nice little trick as well, especially if you're on a Windows machine, is you can go to Open File Path. And when you do that, it's going to open a whole new Explorer window, and you're going to be able to see that file right here, which makes it far more manipulatable and be able to do a lot of other things really fast. You can rename files faster. You can do a bunch of different things. So what we do is now, let's say I don't want this file anymore. I can right click on it. I can delete it. I close this. It's already gone. You don't have to be connected physically to do all of these things. You are able to do all of them really easily from the interfaces involved. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me on this little adventure. It was just a real quick video. Wanted to show you a couple of things that Voja missed, but also go out and get his templates. If you want a template that's really going to work well for your device, he's customized them for each size of device. I bought all three for the devices I have. I bought the pack for the A5X, I bought the pack for the Manta, and I bought the pack for the MobiScribe Wave, and I couldn't be happier. I like the way they look. I like the way that they give you the right amount of space, and I'm not going to use them all. I don't use dot grids. I don't generally use any kind of grid, but maybe I will now, especially now that I'm learning to draw and learning to do more things. It's a nice pack, and I bought it for 3 devices, cost me $24. That was all in because of the discount structure. You want to buy just one pack for your one device, it's under $10. I'll leave a link down below to his shop. Thank you to Voja for sparking the interest to do this video for me, just to clarify some of the things that I don't think you intentionally got wrong, because I don't think you do that. But I do think that there's a difference between reviewing a lot of devices and trying to keep all of that straight in your head and living with a device every day. The only reason I knew that you could select from a folder structure was because I'd seen it. It took me a few minutes to figure out why to do that and how to do that, and it had to be from within the note, and that's the difference. So hopefully Supernote will get that taken care of. It is a flaw in their UI, but again, for the most part, they do a great job. Their app and their ability to jump into the local file system, also very important and pretty cool. But until next time, folks, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, the whole gamut. When it comes to that, comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Did you find this useful? Is this something that you would find useful in the future for me to point out little tips and tricks that might help you and make you know a little bit more about the device? If you're interested, I also have a new course up. If you go over to Patreon, I'll leave that link in the description below as well. I have a course on an introduction to getting organized and second brain systems. Go over there, and if you sign up to be a $5 supporter per month, you get the course for free, and you can take it. I'm releasing approximately 1 module a month. If you're already a YouTube or a Patreon insider, you can get 20% off of the course. And if you want to purchase the course outright, you don't want to do any of those other things, you can purchase it for a one-time fee of $120. No matter how you get access to the course, once you are in for life, and any updates you will get in the future when I roll those out. Anyway, thank you all so much. Thanks for those of you who already support me on Patreon and YouTube. You'll see yourselves scrolling. Really appreciate it. This has been a fun and wonderful ride so far. And until next time, keep on moving forward, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now.